Hey guys, Justine back with you again. And yes, it's time for another review. As I said, it's kind of that time of the year. I've put all my gear through quite a good workout the last 3 years altogether. So what I'm out today to do is to do a review of my Jones H-bars, the loop bars. So let's get into that. All right guys, just like I said, out on another glorious November 26th day here in southwestern Ontario, in Windsor, Ontario to be exact. So I thought I'd come out and, like I said, talk about my Jones H-bars. I get probably the most questions about these handlebars, and I've been riding them for 2 years now. I do have another review out, but this is going to be more of a long-term review and kind of address some of the things I've heard and some of the questions I've had. So as far as specs go, guys, I'm going to give you the basic specs, but I'm also going to leave a link in the description below to Jones website so you can check out everything in detail. That's going to be your most effective way to find out the details. I can explain that all to you, but it's definitely going to be more accurate there and your best way to do it. So I am riding the butted aluminum version in a 710 millimeter width, and I believe they come in at 525 grams, and I believe they cost around 150 American, and I'll put on the bottom of the screen what that converts into in Canadian. I'm pretty sure you have to order them directly from their website, but I will do some research, and if I'm wrong, I'll put that on the bottom of the screen. But if there's nothing down there, then you know I was right. So right off the bat, what I would like to talk about the Jones bars is that when I first ordered these, I have to admit I was pretty much in the same boat as everybody else, where I had never ridden a bar like this before, a bar with such a drastic back sweep on it. I had come from riding mountain bikes for a long time, and before that road bikes and BMX and stuff like that, so I really wasn't into touring until about 3 years ago. When I started out, I was riding a bar that actually came stock on the first year of the 1120 Trek 1120 came out, and it was the Bontrager Crevets. I don't think they make that bar anymore, and that's probably because it was awful. I had wrist pain, everything. It didn't have the proper back sweep on it, so it really put my wrist in actually a worse position. Part of the reason why I bought these handlebars is because of the problems I have with wrist pain, arthritis, and then a couple injuries I've had as well. So one of the big things I keep hearing about these bars from a lot of people is keep hearing, well, you can't do this with them, or you can't do that with them. The truth is, if someone says, well, they're not great at certain things, yes, I would definitely have to agree. But in my experience with them for 2 seasons now, and I've done all kinds of different riding with them, guys. Everything you can think of, from riding on the road, rail trails, single track, logging roads in BC, everything, guys. And while they don't necessarily shine on a single track mountain bike trail, there is no reason that you can't ride them on a single track mountain bike trail. Yes, don't worry, English is my first language, I promise. But so what I thought I'd do today is just get out. Over here I'm at the Tallgrass area where I come to a lot, and between here and Malden Park, where I can get on some mountain bike trails, show you a little bit how they climb and stuff like that. That would be the best bet going forward. So one thing I'll address right off the bat is a lot of people that I've heard from have said that they don't think they're good for climbing, and I honestly haven't had any issues with them for climbing. For me, when I get on a climb, I vary between hand positions. It just depends on the severity of the gradient, right? So I myself find that they are good for climbing, and sure, there's going to be, if you're riding on mountain bike trails, a more traditional mountain bike setup is going to be better for sure. But if you're out touring and you have to get on a mountain bike type trail, or you just want to go and experience that type of thing, they're definitely going to work. There's no issues with them in that regards whatsoever. And then I heard, on the same kind of aspect, other people saying, well, you can't trail ride with them. And again, over at Malden Park, trail riding with them, no issues whatsoever. So it's really just a matter of what you're comfortable with doing. If you're not really that experienced at riding, then yeah, these might feel weird on really technical or mountain bike type trails. If you have experience though, I honestly, guys, like I was just about to say, I was very apprehensive about whether I was going to have a hard time adapting to them, but I immediately found them comfortable and had really very little issues adapting to them whatsoever. So I really think that you guys will find the same thing going forward. As you'll see on the handlebars, I used to have a handlebar bag that went in the middle of them, but in all honesty, I liked it. There was no issue. So for full disclosure, I had two of the bags that are made specifically for the space in the middle here. The first one zipped on the top and had failure with the zipper, which is obviously not good. And for full disclosure, Jones was amazing with their customer service, replaced it, no questions asked, kept the old one, which isn't really that good anyways for anything, but still good to know. But the new bag was good. Zippers are fine, but what I found is once you start putting different camera mounts around the bars, a phone mount, computer or anything like that, the zipper gets hard to open because the zipper on the newer bag is more on the side, which is good if you had nothing mounted to your bars, but I just found all kinds of trouble getting it open and closed, and I could only see that leading to zipper failure in the future from it having to be forced against different objects and stuff like that. So, and then going forward for me, I wanted to have my phone on here. I want to do a couple of different things going forward with my setup, and I'm gonna have different bags, and I really won't have the need for that bag, which I'll still have, and I'll keep it for maybe shorter tours or something different in the future at any rate. But like I said, guys, for me, the main reason I got these handlebars was for comfort. That's it. That's mainly the main reason for getting these bars. And if they're going to be comfortable for you depends on many factors, right? Your level of injuries, how old you are, how you like to ride, your riding style, all that stuff. There's other factors that are going to factor into whether this will be truly comfortable for people as well. When I first got these bars, I was riding like a 90mm stem, and I was having to reach out a little more. So now I've dropped down to a 75mm stem, and I find I'm still not quite where I want to be. So I've got the guys at the bike shop have ordered me a new stem with that is 60mm long with a 30-degree positive negative, meaning you can ride it tilted up, or you can ride it slam down if you were doing like some crazy XC racing or looking for aerodynamics on a bike in that nature. But that would be pretty drastic to have a 30-degree negative, to be honest with you. But anyways, so yeah, I've got that on order. I'm gonna put that on, and I really think it's gonna help me in many ways. It'll get me to be able to sit upright much more comfortably, even though I'm pretty comfortable already. And one issue I'm having because of my height, I'm in between a small and a medium size, is that I am often find that I'm having to push myself back in the saddle to get in the right spot on the seat. So bringing that stem back at 15mm and up a bunch of degrees as well is going to make all the difference in the world. So like I said, I find for me, I like to watch the review videos where people get out on the bikes and I can see them riding and see more how that looks, you know, and then get a better feel of what it's going to feel like riding, in my opinion anyways. And another thing that's going to factor into the comfort, before I forget, guys, is how you have the handlebars tilted. I've played with that a lot. I've had them tilted down quite far, which is really comfortable. I've had them level, and then I've kind of got them just slightly tilted down now, and I find that's best for the all-around stuff, for riding on trails, climbing it, all that stuff. Once I get the new stem, I'm gonna have to tinker with all that stuff again, but that's just part of the setup, right? So anyways, guys, if you have any questions or comments about the Jones bar, or just want to comment about the bars you're using, I know there's other similar bars out there to these. And before I forget, guys, I should mention that these bars actually have a 30-degree back sweep. So I know there's other bars out there that are similar, like I think it's the Surly Moloko, I believe it is, which are supposed to be really good bars as well. So I haven't used them myself, and I don't see myself trying another 30-degree back sweep bar than the Jones bar, because I really like them. I had mentioned before that I like them enough that I was thinking about getting the carbon fiber bar, but for me to get that, it's going to be almost $400 Canadian, and I really don't see any problem with the aluminum bar. It's a butted aluminum, it's fairly light, 525 grams is not that heavy, guys. And for full touring, fully loaded touring, I think people need to stop really worrying so much about the weight of everything. I really learned that fast. You're loading your bike up with 60 pounds of stuff if you're going on an ultra long tour. What's the 100 grams more on a handlebar going to make, right? So those are my thoughts anyways. I know other people are more concerned with weight, and like I said, I've always said, guys, with bike setups and what you like, there's a zillion different ways to do it, and they're all right, in my opinion, right? So whatever works for you and gets you out riding is always going to be the best way to do it. So I also forgot to mention, guys, I am running the ESI extra long chunky grips, I love them a lot. They're not super durable, but it don't matter to me. I don't mind replacing them every season or every other season. So I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that to you guys, just in case you're wondering. So anyways, guys, that's the review on the Jones H-Bar. I hope you liked it, and if you did and you're not subscribed, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a ton. But anyways, if you don't, just watching also helps out a lot, and I really appreciate it. So guys, I hope you're getting out there and doing something you love, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.